Hi, this is Jam. I'm a cloud architect from Green Tomato. Green Tomato is a Hong Kong-based innovation consultancy specializing in provision of mobile enterprise solutions and creation of award-winning mobile apps. Today, I'm going to share the cloud implementation strategy at Green Tomato. Before we start, we should know what is cloud services. Recently, cloud has changed every business and industry. The reason is that cloud services can bring a lot of benefits when comparing with on-premises servers or data center. It is cost-saving, flexible, efficient, etc. etc. So, what actually cloud services is and how cloud services regulate the industry. Cloud computing is a paradigm that allows on-demand network access to share computing resources. It is a model for managing, storing, and processing data online through the internet. Imagine you need to build an application in 10 to 15 years ago. You have to buy a hardware to store your data and run the server. You need to plan how much resources and computing power you needed and buy the suitable hardware. You have to handle all the networking issues by yourself. You need to purchase a firewall to ensure the security of your systems. Once you confirm everything and place your order, you will still have to wait around 3 to 5 days for the shipping. You need a lot of money and time to construct infrastructure before your project launch. But nowadays, we can just simply click a few buttons on the web browsers, and we can directly set up a machine on cloud platform with no upfront needed. You can scale out the machine if you need more computing powers. This will increase the scalability. The cloud platform will handle most of the networking and security issues for you, so you don't have to worry about the hack or the DDoS attacks. With these benefits, it is much faster and easier for developers to launch their applications. In order to fulfill the different requirements and the needs of different customers, there are a few different cloud delivery models, such as the IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So, what is the difference between them? An IaaS model, which is the infrastructure as a service, it will offer computing resources with virtual environments, such as data storage, virtualization, service, and networking. Users will be responsible for handling application, data, runtime, and middleware. The others will be handled by the cloud platform. It can provide the flexibility to migrate some legacy system from on-premises to cloud with minimum change of code. But you will have to put more effort in managing the infrastructure. This model usually used by DevOps, SysOps, or some system administrators. The second one will be the PaaS, Platform as a Service. It is made up of a programming language execution environment, an operating system, a web server, and a database. Developer can build and run the application without worrying the underlying infrastructure. You have to manage the data and the application resources only, and other resources will be managed by the cloud service provider. Some known services, such as the AWS Elastic Beanstalk, the GCP App Engines, and the Microsoft Azure App Services, they are all PaaS model. This model is usually used by the developers. And the last one will be the SaaS model, Service as a Service. This model is usually can be run directly from a web browser through the internet. It is platform independent, and the service provider will manage everything for you. Some known applications, such as the Dropbox or the Office 365, are Service as a Service model. If you are using an iPhone, you may use iCloud as a storage service. It is also a SaaS model. The others, such as the Gmail, or if you're using Android, you download apps from the Play Store, they are all SaaS model on cloud platform. This model is usually used directly by the end customers. Besides of the cloud delivery models, there are quite a lot of service provided in the industry, such as the Amazon Web Service, AWS, Google Cloud Platform, GCP, and Microsoft Azure. And there are also some service provided from the China region, such as the Alibaba Cloud or Tencent Cloud. Each service provider do have their own strengths. Some platform is stronger in networking. Some platform can provide a cheaper storage price. And some of them is good in analytics. So in order to provide the best solution to users, we should always evaluate the requirement and choose the most suitable cloud platform to deploy our applications. Based on the cloud delivery model and different cloud service provided, Green Tomato has built a strategy in developing cloud solutions. We have a cloud-first strategy. Because of the advantage of cloud platform, we always suggest customers to consider to deploy their solution on cloud. Most of our architect design will be delivered based on this assumption. The good thing of cloud-first design is that you can always utilize the capability that provided by the cloud platform, as it is always slightly different in the design between an on-premise system and cloud solution. We also designed a cloud decision framework in Green Tomato to assist our architect to decide what kind of cloud delivery model is most suitable to our customers. This framework can be used to analyze the need of our customers. Sometimes our customer is willing to adopt more cloud-native services, but it will make the solution coupled to a single cloud platform and losing mobility. This framework can help us to make the balance between some different requirements. Some of our Green Tomato projects are designed for enterprise. Based on some compliance and regulation reasons, solutions which will highly coupled to a single cloud platform are difficult to launch. So in Green Tomato, we also have some experience in designing a multi-cloud solution strategy, which can help our customer to overcome this kind of difficulties. Finally, based on the powerful cloud services, we can make good use of the cloud analytic tools on the cloud platform to provide some extra services to our customers. Based on the data we aggregated from the solutions, we can adopt some analytic tools to get more insight from the users' behaviors. And we can also implement some machine learning solution to create a better user experience in the solutions. So in order to react to the rapid changes in the industry, what we can do to equip ourselves. First of all, if you are totally new to the cloud services, I suggest that you can find some online learning materials, such as Coursera, Blue. There are some courses provided by the cloud service providers, which can help you to understand some basic cloud service concepts and the cloud basic knowledge. Another thing you can do is to experience their service directly. Since most of the cloud platforms have provided some free credits or free service tier to evaluate their cloud products, you can get well use of these free credits to build your own application directly on cloud. It is totally free, and thus you can have some experience on how cloud services actually work. Finally, you can try to earn the recognition from the industry. You may try to take the examinations organized by the cloud platforms. Once you achieved the requirement and passed the exams, you will become a certified professional in some aspect of cloud industry. They are certified cloud developers, big data expert, cloud security expert, or networking experts, etc. Through the examinations and the certifications, you can show to the world that you are well equipped and have the ability to work with the cloud. That's all for today. Thank you.